You know how you have to-do lists?
Maybe you have one, maybe you have a whole bunch. And there always seems to be one or two or even more things that you keep transferring from one list to the next, to the next, to the next, and you just can't seem to cross the thing off. You know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
Okay, so for me, one of those things has been to check out Toastmasters. I'm doing it! So I thought it would be kind of fun, maybe more for me than you, if you guys could help me cross it off my list. So how about, would you mind?
No.
No, not at all.
How about we get out a pretend pen? Actually, no. Marker. A big marker. Let's make a statement. Okay. And it's written right here. Okay, Alex, to do, many years, check out Toastmasters. On the count of 3, you ready? 1, 2, 3. Yeah! Oh, I'm glad it's written. It's actually written, so I can cross it out. Thank you. That felt really, really good. Well, good evening, fellow Toastmasters and honored guests. My name is Alex Scher. And I thought it would be appropriate for my icebreaker to talk a little bit about who I have been and where I've been, but a little bit more about where I am and who I am today, because it's actually quite relevant to why I am here at Toastmasters. So way back when, I came from a faraway land called Massachusetts. It is way too cold for me. I know it's not the coldest place in the world, but for me it is definitely too cold. So I made my way here almost 20 years ago, and now I live not far from here in Oakland with my amazing husband and my cuter than cute 3.5-year-old son. I'm sure I'm being objective on that. Happy to share pictures with anybody who wants to see them. I only have maybe 1 million. So for about the same amount of time that I've been out here, so almost 20 years, I worked in fundraising. I worked for the American Cancer Society, which is actually where I met my husband. And I was in charge of their annual breast cancer walk called Making Strides Against Breast Cancer. I loved that job. I was good at it. I was passionate. I was motivated. It was the job for me. But after 14, 15, 16 years, I was really getting burnt out. And at about that 16.5-year mark, I was really burnt out. And then, at age 41, I had a kid. And that was not in my plan. So there was a lot going on in my head and in my heart. And something somewhere was saying, I should leave my job. And that was really scary. I never, ever thought I would leave a job without another one lined up. I had been working since I was in high school. That was just not something I ever thought I'd do, but something was telling me. My husband was supportive, so I did it. And I'm really, really glad that I did. I had a new passion in my life, and that was my son. So now, fast forward to today. And I gotta admit, I'm going through a little bit of a midlife thing, all right? I'm not gonna call it a crisis, because it's not, thankfully, knock on wood. My husband, I was talking to him about this, and he said, you know what I call it? I call it midlife considerations. I like it. I'm gonna take that. I'm just trying to figure out what's next. What's my next career move? Because it's not going to be fundraising. I'm done. I was burnt out. I'm not going to do it anymore. And then what kinds of activities can I do in my life that feed my soul? What kinds of things can I do that really make me happy? So why am I here? Well, I'm here for 2 reasons. One, I talked about feeding my soul. Actually, public speaking feeds my soul. I love public speaking. I've done it a fair amount, not a ton, but I love it. And that's why it's been on my list for so long to come here. I don't know why it's taking me this long. But I'm not going to talk about that, right? I'm here. That's what's important. And so this is feeding my soul, to be here and practice in this amazing environment with the support and other folks like you who are practicing as well. The second reason is that I have decided that before I turn 45, which is coming at the end of this year, I think that's midlife. I don't know if that's what you consider to be midlife, but I'm going to, and that's what I'm calling it. All right? I'm using it as an excuse maybe to get some things done, to be tenacious in getting some things done, right? So before I turn 45 in December, I would like to do a few things to get out of my comfort zone. So a few things, and one of them is this. So I was thinking, well, I'm going to tell everybody that I like public speaking, and they're going to say, well, why is this out of your comfort zone? Well, just because I like public speaking doesn't mean that this isn't uncomfortable for me. I don't know any of you. I mean, I know some of you a little bit. I'm not sitting at home writing speeches all the time. I'm not practicing my public speaking all the time. So this is getting out of my comfort zone. So those are the 2 reasons that I'm here. And I was writing this, I was thinking, little did you all know what a significant role you were going to play in my life right now. This is really, really a big deal for me. Crossing that off my list is huge. Doing things that feed my soul and getting out of my comfort zone. And I'm here and I'm doing it. So I thought that it would be appropriate to end my icebreaker by saying thank you. Because I had no idea what to expect when I walked into Toastmasters. I've only come to this one. I didn't check out others. I came here and said, okay, done. You've been nothing less than welcoming, and to have guests here experiencing what I experienced just a short month ago is really encouraging too. So I look forward to hearing all of your speeches and working on mine, and thank you.
Yay!